Maximus Analysis here for June 29th, 2016, and another big day. Big day for the ES. Continue follow through. We spoke about the levels, and we have them right here. We talked about 2048 yesterday and 2059.50. Okay, so we're at that very close to that level right now. We're actually at 2065, so they've gotten above that about 3-4 points. And we'll look what we see in regards to where they go and if we're going to have the third day. So the third day, again, we also have to understand that on the longer term, this is something I found out today. I was like, that might be the reason why we got the bounce with such strength. But we want to see how this week closes. There is month end for a lot of mutual funds, longer term funds, and wealth managers probably get paid. There's a quarter end for this month. So we'll see if that is a case or who knows. But again, they did give the pattern and it followed through to the upside. The levels above 2059.50 are 2070 and again 2082. That will be 100 points from the low, which is 1981. Have to see again on the weekly time frame for the ES, and I'll focus a lot on the indexes for this video because I want to focus on those because a lot of the other stuff can be noise at this time. So we see that we have gotten basically almost about halfway through last week's action. I think it might actually be a little bit above, but let's just double check to make sure that we're not keeping ourselves honest here. Let's do this, see where we are. So we're right above 2058 or basically 2059 and a half will be around the midpoint of last week. So they've gotten up to the midpoint. Let's see where they close this price action, but they do have high volume. So 1981 is this level. This is our bear market trend line that we said here, and that's about 1876 that we said we're going to and we're watching. And we said also that, and this was posted on in the newsletter that I posted, that below that there's not much going on in regards to support after that level. So if you look on the monthly time frame, you could see that there's not much support when they break below this low, but you see how much they have gained back in this monthly chart. So again, the last month's low was 2022. They broke that, got right back above it, but let's see where they close going into next week. Again, a break of 1981 and close below it would be something that we'll look at, but they've already done a historical move and maybe they have more in store. I am not sure, and I'm willing to wait till Friday to kind of look at things. And in uncertainty, what I would suggest is if you want to participate, there's nothing with taking a half or quarter size. Yes, you might not get all of the movement, but it will make it a lot easier than going full size during uncertainty. So uncertainty, typically I would like to sit on my hands or go to an aggressive time frame, which we've talked about, 30, 60, 120 minute, even a 4 hour. But right now we have to continue to watch and see how things are going. They're still going up. It's 2066. So the level that we have again for the ES is 2070 and 2082. So I like to put a little extra time. I know I'm spending a lot of time on the ES, but we're in crazy times to say the least. So they got around the midpoint. They got above this level that I spoke about that they wanted to get above. We don't want them to close back below to get around the bottom of this level, which would then produce something a little hairy on the weekly chart or get to that 22 area again. Now, could it? Absolutely. We've gone up almost 100 points already in 2 days. So with the Brexit flush, snap back, let's see what we look like, how far they're going to take this up the rabbit hole. The NQ, again, we had levels that we were speaking about yesterday, which is the 43.23 and the 43.89 levels to watch. They've gotten basically, they didn't get above that 43.89 level, but we'll continue to watch to see how they're going to react going into this level, the 200-day moving average, to pop up, because that would make it that they went sideways. So let's look at this price action a little bit. Just take a little extra time. So we're going from here, down here, here, then flush. But if they need to break below, above instead of going like that. So that's what we don't want to happen if we're on the bull side. and we got to continue to watch from there. But again, they've broken and now they're retracing up. We got to see what this volume looks like for tomorrow or even Friday, because it could be almost damn near free money if they just fade to oblivion. So we'll continue to watch and not make it, and let price guide us, which we have, and make sure we're looking at previous support and resistance levels. YM recapture of the 17,500 level that we spoke about for months. They're above it, but again, you can see again the price action. We want to have something again that is just a little bit cleaner than just this. This is not the cleanest of chart patterns, so you can see how sideways they haven't made any new highs in a long time. So a break of the lows, we want to see again what the volume looks like for next week, and excuse me, even for the next couple days, see if they're going to have like a shooting star pattern or they're going to go all the way to Thursday. Typically you have the 3-day rule, and it might apply here that if you miss the move, you just miss the move, and that's just a part of it. You have CL again right up to this previous resistance level. EIA report, we want to see if they're going to follow through and break these previous highs. I am currently short some USO puts and just going to watch it and maybe take it off if it breaks above, because honestly, if I knew what I knew now, those USO puts don't pay that much. I should have just bought the common or shorted the common, but again, it is what it is, and we'll continue to see if this is just going to be a bull flag for more upside potential here, basically, you know, doing almost like a mirrored pattern of this action right here. So if you take this action, split it in half, we have a mirrored side on this side. So coming back even to this level would give potentially a pop up, and it'd be a mirror type of thing. So, but we could talk about that stuff a little on another day. So again, ES continuing, we want to see where it's going to go, where it's going to hold, and just to show you what type of price action we had, looking at the ES on the 60-minute, look at this action. This is crazy, man. Like, this is, again, you had that flush down, but man, I mean, this is crazy how much they've gone up so far, and they look like they're about to test this 2070 area as well. So it is what it is, man. They've gotten back above this previous sell signal from the flush down. Remember that data, and then they just faded, and then they gap down again. So right now I don't know if there's going to be another short squeeze getting back above these previous highs. This high is 2064.75, so they're getting above it now. So let's just do something right to fib levels just to kind of look at stuff. Let's see where we are right here. So we're right at the 61.8% fib. Let's see what they got going into overnight. If they're going to continue to push up, what's the euro, the London open going to do? And we don't want them to get back above or back below that 2050 to 2035 area. You could see why right here. So again, we'll look. I'll post out my levels in the morning for the ES, but want to focus on the indexes because this is just, again, historic flush. It almost looks like the daily, right, from February. So again, we'll see how far they're going to go up, but they're back above the 200-day moving average. But we want to see what the retracement is going to look, how much volume, if it's going to hold any of these type of fib levels. So we'll continue to watch. If you have any questions, comments, please put them down below, because again, there's nothing wrong with going a quarter size, or maybe even this is an hourly. If you're saying, okay, I'm not sure, but I want to participate, you look at a 30-minute, but it's crazy. And there's nothing wrong with saying, listen, I'm not sure where they're going to go, so we'll continue to watch. And even the high flyer that we have in regards to like a price line, price line was only up $35 today, but you can see how broken this chart is in regards to this. So you have this price action sideways that I'm putting a little time because you can apply this to different charts. You have the sideways price action, flush down. This is where I would look at if they even got up above the 200-day moving average. You see this volume is pretty light, but it's kind of lightening up on both sides, you could say. But if flush down, what's the pop-up going to be? It could be another day or two, test that 200-day moving average. It would be something to look at in regards to saying, okay, you have this rising wedge broken, they could even come up to this level. So then don't forget about this price level right here. That is resistance as well based on the price action. And if they break that back below, they're going to quickly move back down to the downside. Now I sold my stuff. I was holding for a long ass time. So it actually paid very well, but I was holding for a while. And these are my targets if it breaks down back below. So this was also put in the newsletter. These overall targets. I'm just going to use the weekly because it's a little less. These are my two targets. So you have around the 200-day moving average or around this 1075, 1050 area, and they break below this low right here. It'll be in line with these highs. That's the only thing I see really saving it from getting to that $900 level. Now this won't happen overnight, but we'll continue to watch because things are still volatile to say the least. So we'll continue to watch it. If you have any questions, of course, this is longer than usual, but I wanted to put a lot of time into that ES analysis, the ES analysis right here. So we'll continue to watch and go from there. Take care.